Poison Live podcast shocker. The air crackled with anticipation as renowned true crime podcaster Natalie Grant welcomed her 4 special guests onto the live-streamed episode. The theme, revisiting the infamous Harbor Lights cold case, a decades-old murder that had stumped authorities and obsessed her listeners. Each guest, a retired detective, the victim's estranged sister, a former suspect with a shaky alibi, and a local journalist, claimed a unique connection to the case. As the cameras rolled, Natalie sipped her tea, unaware that her next words would be her last. Midway through a heated debate, Natalie began to cough violently. The audience watched in horror as she collapsed, her teacup shattering against the floor. Paramedics confirmed the chilling truth: Natalie had been poisoned, and the murder weapon was the very cup she had lifted on air. With the studio sealed off, suspicion swirled among the guests, each visibly rattled but quick to point fingers at the others. The detective suggested someone wanted the case to stay unsolved. The sister accused the ex-suspect, while the journalist pleaded innocence. But as the police delved into the guests' backgrounds, cracks in their stories began to show. The sister had recently uncovered a hidden inheritance tied to the Harbor Lights victim, giving her motive. The journalist, desperate for a career-saving scoop, had threatened Natalie to reveal her sources. The former suspect, whose fingerprints were found on the teapot, had always protested his innocence but had secretly corresponded with Natalie, begging her to clear his name. The retired detective, however, had quietly admitted that he'd once been reprimanded for evidence tampering in the original case. The grand reveal came when the forensic team discovered a rare alkaloid in the tea, identical to a compound found in the original Harbor Lights victim's system. The killer had mimicked the cold case murder to send a message. Under pressure, the retired detective confessed he'd tampered with evidence years ago to protect his partner, the true Harbor Lights murderer, and now, fearing Natalie would expose the truth, he'd silenced her. As handcuffs snapped shut, the world learned that justice, though delayed, could never truly be denied.